So my guest is Ronen, the President and CEO of Dan Hotels, who've been doing some amazing work in terms of diversity in the workplace. Ronen, what are you proudest of in terms of what Dan Hotels has achieved over the last few years in the workplace?
I'd say in the last year or so, our program called OFEC is probably the proudest achievement that we have, where we've spoken to almost all of our 5,000 employees, from line level employees all the way to the management, and given them a program of development. So really, for those that want a career and want to develop, what are the things that they need to focus on, the courses, the education that they need to go through, the experiences that they need to have in order to move to the next level. And for the entry level job that are really just looking to have an income, to have a job, something steady, giving them also opportunities to develop and showing them what opportunities there are within the company to move from hotel to hotel, even within the same position or within the same area that they're working in. And that's an important element for us in OFEC. Was it started off as we've got to obviously appraise our employees, we've got to tell them what they're doing well, but I see the biggest issue that we have in the hotel business, and I think it's synonymous with every other business, is the human capital. Is how do you keep and hold on to the human capital? That is really, the hotel business becomes more of a commodity business. A room is a room, a bed is a bed. It's about the people and the type of people that you keep, and the quality of the people that are excited about being part and passionate of your company. And by investing in the people and giving them a vision of development of what they can do and what they can become with the company, I think we have an opportunity to retain them for a longer period of time.
And you've been doing some really important work in terms of both entry-level opportunities for Israelis with disabilities, for Arab Israelis, but also to help them to go from entry-level positions into management positions faster if they have the interest and the capabilities to do so, I think.
That's correct. We do have a good portion of our workforce, I would say between 40 and 45% of our workforce, probably closer to 50% now, after we purchased 3 hotels, one of them in Nazareth, that most of the employees there are Arab Israeli. I'd say we're close to 45, 46% of our workforce is Arab Israeli. And many of the people working in Jerusalem and in Nazareth, where the bigger population of the Israeli Arabs are managerial positions. So they do start with us as waiters and cooks and receptionists and guest relations, and then with those that have potential in those hotels. And not only in those hotels, our number 2 in the Dan Tel Aviv here is an Arab Israeli. In Caesarea, in the north, again, 2 of our managers are Arab Israeli. So we're very diverse in our workforce, and I think I mentioned not only do we have the Arab Israeli, we're very diverse in the sense of our non-discriminatory on age group. My CFO is in his mid-70s. Some of our general managers are in their 70s. There's no mandatory retirement age with us. And the last portion, I think we focus on hiring employees, team members with disabilities. It's very important for us. When I was in the States, there was focus on disability, there was focus on veterans, bringing in veterans. Here, we do look obviously at veterans because Israel's full of veterans from the military, but it's very important for us to have employees with disability and give back to the community, not only by donations, but connecting with the local communities and making sure that the employees with disabilities are part of our workforce.
And Ronen, in terms of where you hope to take all of this commitment to diversity in the workplace in the coming years, what next?
We're looking a little bit more into our environmental impact. We spent a lot of time, part of the organization that we're here for the conference, Maala. We're the only hotel group in Israel to be part of Maala, and we're the only ones with the highest level of Platinum Plus. And I think it's an important statement for not only us and I'd say for our culture of our company, but I think most of the suppliers or most of the guests or most of the companies that work with us today it's becoming more important to them. So the question in requests for proposal and RFPs that I get, whether it's a very large multi-million dollar contract for catering, which we have a catering company, a multi-million dollar contract for placing all their business with us. Part of the RFP process is, are you environmentally friendly? What are you doing for your community? What are you doing to reduce your carbon footprint? And I think there we're taking further steps in the coming year to become more environmentally friendly, not only because of them, but because it is a movement, I think, around the world and the younger generation, and that's another way to connect to the younger generation. When you talk to the people that are in their 20s today and coming into the workforce, they sometimes judge a company and whether to work for a company, whether they are conscious about the environment, whether they do things for the local community, whether we do things, small things like, are we reducing our plastic bottles for their amenities, and are we using straws that are not plastic? Are we reducing the plastic consumption? Those are the things that are important, and that's our focus for the next few years.
So I think what I'm hearing is not only does it make bottom line business sense in terms of attraction, retention, making full utilization of the talent that you have and you need, but also it makes you more attractive to potential both commercial customers and also potentially in the future also retail clients of the hotel chain as well.
Absolutely.
Key one sentence piece of advice for other companies?
I see this as a win-win-win all around, as you just mentioned now. Focus on this. It'll be easier to employ people. It'll be easier to retain them. It creates a wonderful culture within the company, and it is bottom line sustainable.
Ronen, thank you very much indeed.
You're very welcome. Bye-bye.
Cheers.